What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Today we're going to go through some warships goodness. Now, I have come up with the absolute best 2-engine room strategy in the history of strategies. We're going to go over that together. I have not touched warships in this account, so we can see from the beginning just how well it works. Now, just to be clear, I'm going to give this strategy. People are going to improve it in the comments, and together we are going to make the absolute epic best Season 5 early stage strategy in the history of strategies. So, by all means, in the comments, call me an idiot, tell me I did something wrong, tell me my attacks suck, but try and leave it somewhat constructive, so between the group of us, we can help all those viewers. So viewers, please do check the comments, because we have some very, very intelligent, well-spoken people down there mixed in with the trolls and the crazy people. So, let's get into warships. We're going to see. So, I finished off Season 1 to Season 5. I have not played this. That's awesome, actually. I didn't realize that your stars actually carried over from the last time you opened warships. I don't know if that's a bug or not. I might have not played it since Season 1. I really don't know. But check this out. We've got all these magical chests. We are going to claim them all. Then we'll get back in, and we will start with the magic. Now, I like to claim from the left to the right, and the reason for that is it always comes back. So, I wish it would actually go to the unclaimed chest. Minor complaint there. See, like, if you, regardless of how you scroll, it's probably very, very minor complaint. It only happens once a season, but I would like it to automatically zoom to the one tiny complaint. So there we go. Now, when you start out, hopefully you guys have some resources. If not, you're going to have to catch up a little bit. I got the second builders walking around on the warships. Obviously, don't need to worry about build times and stuff. Now, I'm going to throw one engine room back here. I'm going to throw the other engine room back here. And we're going to get rid of the shovel. You know what? Let's just pack up all of our stuff and we'll start nice and fresh. I know there is a button to do that, but I always end up messing it up. Now we're going to get into the tech tree. First things first, we're going to upgrade our landing crafts to max. We definitely do need our landing crafts. We're going to unlock the rifles. Rifles are faster than Zookas. They have more health than Zookas. And they, I think, do more damage. Anyway, it works out. You want your rifles. You also do want that troop damage. Now, as far as the mortars, we don't need mortars. We don't need sniper towers. You don't even need to unlock this node. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get our rifles to max. That is so clutch. Now, there are a couple ways to do this. Troop damage, I'm going to also max. And the reason for that is that troop damage is going to work all the way through this tech tree. Now, a lot of people are using barrage. Barrage is also fairly important, but I'm going to just do the low levels of barrage because we can do a lot with this. And as you can see, I can't actually upgrade barrage to 4. You do potentially want to get barrage to 4, but we'll do that later on. We are going to upgrade our machine guns to max, and the reason for that is that we want to have lots and lots and lots of health. Now, you can get your cannons to max as well. There is a bit of benefit to that because cannons have more health than machine guns and more health than sniper towers, but I'm not going to go that route right now. Maybe later on. We are going to get the cheap gunboat energy. Now, now that that's done, let's get placing our machine guns. Now, later on, we're only going to have 6 machine guns placed because you want to have only 6 for GBE reasons. I'll get into that in a second. But for now, we're just going to go like this. It's just straight up 6 machine guns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this back engine room. So we're going to use the machine guns. No one has flares at this point, so we're going to force people to walk all the way wide around the base. Then they're going to get this engine room, then their troops are going to have to come all the way across back here. Now, realistically, we could put a few more buildings in there, but all those buildings are going to do is give people more GBE, and the more GBE they have, the faster they can barrage your engine rooms, and we want to stop that. So 6 is the magic number where they only get 3 barrages. If you put an extra building out, they get 4 barrages, which allows them to get rid of both engine rooms with barrage. So probably don't need to worry about that at level 8, but once we get more towards 13, 14, 15, people really, you'll see that anyone who has more than 6 buildings out is basically an instant win, because by that point, we will have upgraded our barrage to level 4, and you only need 4 barrages and you win. So let's get into this. I think we've done, basically I had the perfect amount of tokens and unlocked keys. I am going to unlock this probably, but it doesn't matter at this point because you really don't need to do that. So all we've unlocked is the things we need to get that next engine room. I'm not going to be talking about that 3rd engine room in this video. We're going to be focusing on 2 engine room gameplay. And speaking of that, let's get into some actual gameplay. Now you're asking yourself why, I don't know, I'm going to get into gameplay. You're asking yourself why you should trust me. I have got 2 accounts with basically, I think I had 33 wins with 1 loss on both of them. So this does work. Now that I'm doing it live and recorded, I'm probably going to screw it up, but we'll find out very soon. So this right engine room is slightly closer than this left one, so I'm going to get my troops walking towards the right one, going to drop most of them on that right-hand side. Now, I am going to barrage this back one, probably a crazy idea, because we're going to have to walk back to the right. What you can also do in certain examples is barrage this cannon. What that's going to do is it's going to get your troops heading in the right direction. We're going to need 1 more barrage anyways. You'll see that most of our troops should go to the right-hand side. Even more would have gotten to the right if my barrage was slightly stronger. Now we're going to barrage that back engine room. And I think we are going to be very close. I think I might actually lose my first match. That would be I went like literally 12 to 15 matches before losing last time. Of course, when I'm recording, this is going to happen, isn't it? Yes, it is. Losing the first match. That is mind-blowing. So at least we got some progress along that 4 out of 4 stone shear chest. Wow. If I quit right now, I am at 0% win rate. Of course that happened. Mind-blowing. Anyways, let's keep going. I'm just going to quickly watch that replay because I think I might have jumped too far ahead down the rabbit hole before getting there. So let's just double check here quickly. You know what? My base is not smart. I am being a dummy. So right now, no one is going to be able to barrage both of the engine rooms. So I need to tweak my base already, just not being super smart. So we're going to put the engine rooms both back. I'm going to move this machine gun into the corner. I'm going to move this one out a little bit. Now they have to come all the way across, as opposed to just barraging this one and finishing up there. So that was just a complete dumb move on my part, and that's why you should watch your replays when you lose. So let's get back into it, man. Problem is my brain is part way along the upgrade order. I'm thinking we'll cost 3 different accounts, and that can be a definite problem. So now we are going to, I think I'm going to try to send my troops to the right, perhaps. This is the problem. I'm stuck. So when you have more than 1 account, warships can be a complete mind bender because your brain is stuck thinking about level 4 barrage, whereas I only have level 3. So now we're going to try to get all of those troops to the back right as fast as we possibly can, and hopefully not go 0 for 2, because that would be very sad at this point. The fact that we're under 3 minutes 18 seconds is not boding well for me. So every time I do this, as far as a recording, my 2 different accounts, I'm not going to. Let's just check out this attack, see what they're up to. So there we go. Getting them walking all the way wide is definitely helping, but we need to get our attacks so that we're winning in 3 minutes 18 seconds or faster. Anything less than that is going to be a huge problem. So the next upgrade we're going to focus on getting is that barrage level 4. Now, there's a lot of people who don't really like this barrage route. I'm only going to go to 4. I'm not going to max it, because otherwise you're just wasting some upgrade tokens and some keys that you can use later on. You don't need to get to level 4 to win, as you saw there, and I know this is frustrating for some people because there's no flares, and you end up just focusing on barraging engine rooms. It's a race, but later on, I think it's going to pay off, and we're going to have some good fun. Let's get... Okay, so where shall we go? I think we're going to go more to the right again. I do like heading to that right corner. Man. Now, this is where I start to doubt my strategy, thinking that we should probably have a few more buildings out. But the problem is that all of my buildings are going to be fairly low level, and so they're just going to get eaten up and give away free GBE. So all we can do is rush this race, hope that we get to the back right corner faster than we would have gotten to the left corner. I also like to not barrage too early, because obviously I've been doing that, because you never know which side your troops are actually going to go to. You can get a good idea, but then all of a sudden your troops all veer to the left when you think they're going to go to the right, and bad things happen. So, again, see, this person's wasting their GBE on the barrage, where it's probably not going to do a heck of a lot of good. They got to walk all the way across. So that is super key. Anytime I see people whose bases have all these buildings and they're set up in the middle, at least set your buildings up at the back. Having the stuff front loaded just doesn't make any sense to me. There are so many bad bases out there that it just absolutely blows my mind. Now, there probably are some improvements I can make as far as my machine gun placement, moving them ever so slightly. What happens is people start to save a boat or two and then drop it so it walks up this left edge. So this machine gun might need to come over a little bit, but then you get troops splitting. So we're going to watch some replays once you get a little bit further along and see how that goes. I can't believe we lost the first match. Just dumb basing line on my part. Let's go to the right. I'm going to go all the way over here. I am going to barrage this machine gun, hoping to keep my troops heading off to the right-hand side. A lot of the times, because we don't have level 4 barrage, it's not going to get it all the way down, but the fact that it's weakened means our troops are going to get... They're not going to come all the way over here. So that should help us keep them going to the right-hand side. And now I can start throwing my barrages at the back base. Now, quick note here, please don't have buildings touching your engine rooms. Bad idea. Just giving people free GBE most of the time. And so this should be a win. Again, we're aiming for under 3.8 or faster than 3.18 or so. We got 3.19, so we should win against most players. Let's see what Scaparo is doing. Scaparo, see, still, he's already lost, or she has already lost. Watching their troops slowly make their way to the back of the base has got to be incredibly frustrating, knowing they've already lost. Now they're just trying to get engine rooms so they can get those chests, I assume. Tried to barrage the back engine room, and I'm guessing their barrage was a bit off. So, in this case, you want to barrage these back two machine guns so that your troops get over here faster. I know it's a hard habit to break, but if you can get those troops moving, you'll do far better. Now that we've moved up the ranks, we're going to claim this, but we're not going to claim these chests. Do not claim these chests until you get a little bit further along. Once we get into the iron tier, we're going to claim those chests. If you're seriously confident with your skills, you can wait until you get to the golden tier. I have not been that cocky yet. We're going to wait until we get into the iron tier. That will give us a few extra keys, a few extra tokens, all of that sort of stuff. So, bit of a game hack, life hack, not actually hacking, just a hack if that makes any sense. Let's keep going, see if we can't get some more win streaks going. You should be able to get a 10, 12, 15 win streak using this strategy basically every time. This works incredibly well. You're just beating people who aren't terribly good at this point. Like, this base layout isn't super great. They've got a whole bunch of buildings laid down. They're all mid to low level. They haven't really focused on one building, so nothing's going to have all that much health. So we should be able to take this down very easily. Unless this person, like, the thing is, if this person put all of their tokens into gunboat and into barrage, we should still beat them, because they're not going to get enough GBE from my buildings to barrage that second engine room. They're going to have to walk all the way around. Just walking around, losing troops, wasting time. So That is why this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 building strategy is so clutch. Even if they've upgraded their barrage to 4, they're only going to be able to barrage 1 engine room and not 2, and they're going to have to walk all the way around. So I know it seems counterintuitive, but only place these 6 buildings. And now I'm 99% sure it's 6 buildings. It could be 7, it could be 5, but I am at least 99% sure. Check the comments. Someone's bound to tell me if I'm an idiot or if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure, though. So use those buildings to direct troops nice and wide. Use those buildings to restrict how much GDE they're going to get, and you will have good success. Let's keep going. 4 win streak. We're going to try, I don't know when we're going to quit. We're going to quit once we get to a reasonable amount of time. I'm going to try to do my talking while we're actually attacking as opposed to just waiting. Now, we're going to be able to barrage this back engine room. So having a front engine room, just not a super smart idea, because our troops are going to be able to get there very quickly, and we're going to barrage that back engine room. And this person is already using barrage, so they know that barrage is a thing. KenDog, why is your engine room so far forward? Just not a super great idea. 3 minutes, 33 seconds is basically a guaranteed win every single time. See, we've already done. KenDog, I don't know what your strategy is, but having front engine rooms never ends up terribly good. Now you see this? He wanted to barrage that second engine room and he's sitting at 27 out of 28 GDE, just cursing me for not having enough GDE. And hopefully he goes and removes some buildings, because that's what you can do. When you get beat by someone, you should watch their strategy, see what it was that beat you, and then alter yours accordingly. So, we're going to keep going. We're almost at rank 10. Maybe we'll stop once we get to iron. I promise you, this strategy will get you to rank 15 very quickly. I can't speak for more than that. I can guarantee it will get you to rank 15 very quickly, but besides that, I can't say for sure. We're going to barrage this machine gun just to save our troops a bit of time and push them towards the right. And now we're going to get rid of this engine room. They have lots and lots of buildings, so we're not going to be short on GDE. You don't need... Whoa, what the heck? That person just crushed us. That was insane. I am very curious to see what the heck they have. I'm guessing they have completely maxed out their barrage and their gunboat, I'm guessing. And they probably did a whole big losing streak to come down. So, well done. That was insane. Let's have a look and see. So they finished in 348. So, I am very curious to see. We can't see their rank, I don't believe. We can't see how many losses they have. I'm assuming this player has lost from a very high level to come down and gain a win streak, because they have clearly maxed out their gunboat. They have clearly maxed out their barrage. But maxing out your barrage is going to limit your progress. But maybe you want to be a 2-engine room superstar, and if so, then so be it. Well done, you. We are going to upgrade our gunboat. Gunboat upgrades are fairly cheap, as you can see here. So you're not investing a ton of tokens in this. I probably should have done this a little bit earlier, but there's no way we would have beat that person. They have clearly maxed out their barrage, and we are nowhere near having anything available to max out our barrage. So let's get into here. This person's base is nice enough to lead us towards the left, so we're going to barrage the one on the right. They basically made the exact same mistake I did when I set up my base, and so we're going to take advantage of that. Hopefully, we're going to use our... Now, this is where I always get a little bit stuck as far as where I should use my barrage. So I use my barrage on that mortar right there to force our troops to the left a little bit more, or should I use it on the engine room? I'm going to use it on the engine room just to soften it up just a touch. Probably should have used it on the buildings. As you can see, most of my troops have gone to the right. Please, if you have concrete evidence or information of where I should have used that, I'd love to hear it. I think I probably should have used it on the 2 buildings that were touching there. Why this person retreated, I don't really get it. Oh, they have no troops left, that's why. What the heck happened here? So, we went the polar opposites. We went from superstar player to player who made a huge mistake, it seems. Oh, they're using like half-empty boats. And they're just hoping to get a victory. I don't even know what that's done about. Anyways, they got one engine room. Maybe they were just hoping for some fluke chance. You see a lot of people who barrage your engine room and then retreat, just trying, I'm assuming trying to lose and gain these chests at the same time. If you have any information about what the heck they're doing, I'd love to hear it. I assume this player has been doing that, and they were at probably Diamond. I wish we could see their highest level they've been at, because losing to that person in 348, if you've seen a faster loss, I would love to hear about it. 348 is ridiculous. Now, which way are we going to go? I'm going to wait and hold my barrage until we have a better understanding of which way our troops are going to go. Barraging one of these engine rooms, I got a 50% chance of being wrong, and I am wrong. I'm probably going to be wrong regardless. So, we're going to see how our troops are going to spread. I can't barrage both engine rooms, so we're just going to pick one at this point. Maybe I should be barraging buildings. I think that I'm pretty confident that barraging the actual engine room is going to work out to be slightly better. I'm going to go with this one. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to throw a barrage on this one as well. Hopefully that works out. We have way more troops on the right, so I think that was the right call. 318. So that is my deadline as far as times go, and I think we're going to get under. Yeah, we're good. So, again, people seem to be using... everyone that I tend to beat has Zookas mixed in with their rifles, and I don't think there's an advantage to that. Rifles are just faster. Yes, Zookas do more damage per second on their own, but they have to catch up, they have lower health, and they're just not as fast. So, I like to focus on those rifles because we know rifles will be useful later on, or we assume rifles will be useful later on. I don't think Zookas will be useful later on. They haven't been in previous seasons, but we're just going to keep going, keep pushing, and we're very, very close to being able to open probably all 4 of these stone tier chests, and it's so tempting to open them as soon as you get them. It's just like clicking your resource code, though. Don't click it. Generally, that's a Dukes of Hazzard reference right there. We're going to go like this. I'm going to barrage this sniper tower because it is an outlier. That's my general planning as far as what I barrage, is get those outliers so your troops all go where you want them to, and I need to upgrade my barrage, as you can see here. Just because sitting there with that 1% health is going to pull some of our troops, which is going to be less than ideal. We're then going to barrage the back engine room, getting forwards. Now, this video is getting a bit long in the tooth. We're already at 23 minutes, and we're not even at the iron tier yet. So please let me know in the comments what you think about these warship videos, how I can speed them up, if I should be doing them live, and we'll go from there. Because so far, I mean, we're doing pretty well as far as stats go. We're winning most games, but just those 2 losses. That first loss was just a complete dum-dum. Second loss was someone just trying to load up their win streak, I assume. But, man, that 348 was just ridiculous. And now this person, using all Zookas, lost a ton of troops for those machine guns. Maybe I could have mixed a mortar in, but what I'm trying to do here is keep as many upgrade tokens and keys as I possibly can, because right now we don't need this unit, so we're going to leave it open. We don't need any mortars, we don't need any sniper towers, so we don't need any cannons. Later on, towards 15 or 16, I like to swap out some of your machine guns for cannons, especially this back one here. By putting a cannon in that location right there, they can't barrage it because level 4 barrage doesn't quite get it down, and so they have to come all the way around, and it's incredibly frustrating. So consider upgrading cannons after your machine guns. And again, if you think that's ridiculous or silly, I would love to hear your thinking behind it. This person is using high level cannons, high level sniper towers. They've used a ton of tokens, and I don't feel it's necessary. And the thing about Warship is you can't undo your choices. So by upgrading your cannons and your sniper towers and your mortars, you're just using those tokens that you won't have later on. So maybe it turns out to be the right decision, but I like to, as you probably know, I like to delay my decisions a little bit. Same thing I've been doing. Oh man, we might be in a world of pain here. This person's upgraded buildings might cause us to just flat out lose. So there's a different strategy right there. I think we're actually going to lose to this base just by their sheer upgrade levels. That's the first time that's happened to me in probably, I'm going to guess, about 100 battles. So not super frequent to happen, but we are going to lose just by them having more buildings and having them all maxed out. They have basically maxed out everything on the 2 engine room side of things, and that's going to limit them later. I'm okay to lose to that sort of base because they're going to have no tokens and no keys later on in the progression. So my general feeling is win now, but be okay to lose to those people who are just going to max out this entire screen. It's all the power to them, really. So let's keep going. 3 losses. That is more losses that I have on my other 2 accounts combined, I think. Just unbelievable luck. But again, this is why you want to get into warships early in the season. The earlier you get in, the earlier you get the strategies, the better off you're going to be, because people start to lose intentionally to come down. People start to figure out different strategies that get more upgrades in. Now, we think this person has a mixture of mid-level cannons, mid-level mortars, mid-level snipers, or max-level snipers, so we should be able to take this base out. This person, I really do like to focus, as you probably have figured out by my preaching for the last 26 minutes, focus on one thing at a time where possible. This person's going to be under 318, so we should pull out the win. That 318 seems to be the magic number as far as where you can win every time. It works 60% of the time, every time. Boom, winning. Okay, so we're almost there. We got, I think, probably 1 more victory, maybe 2 more victories, depending on the win streak business. I haven't quite figured out the number of stars. I don't pay a lot of attention to small details. You can see this person, 6 buildings. So the problem is, they have 6 buildings, but they're all right next to their engine room, so all of our troops are going to be where we want them to be anyways. So 1, 2, 3. Now you'll see, this is going to be a great example as far as seeing the amount of GBE. This person, we're going to be stuck at 27 of 28 GBE, which if they had both their engine rooms over on one side, and they basically used the base layout that I'm using, would be incredibly frustrating. See that? We don't quite have that last barrage, but their base just leads us straight to the headquarters, so no concerns there. Little luck needed for that person to win, for sure. See that? They're stuck. They can't barrage that last engine room, so he's or she is just swearing at their screen right now. Little bit unfortunate. Looks like they have barrage level 5, possibly, but maybe not max level gunboat. Anyways, can't quite get that engine room down, so they have to walk all the way across at 27 of 28 GBE. So, same number of buildings, just better layout, and we managed to pull out the victory by 21 seconds. So it is fairly significant. 1 more win is all we need to get up to that iron tier, then we can call it a day, open those chests. Lots and lots of buildings here. That should be very good for us. Now, problem is that the mortars are not maxed, so we should be able to burn through all this stuff. I'm going to hold my barrages for just a second in case we want to barrage one of these buildings, but I think we should be in good shape. Yeah, you know what? Let's load this. This person's cannon is touching their engine room. Never a good idea. Hopefully that takes down that cannon. Didn't get it, unfortunately. But now we're going to throw our barrage onto the engine room because our troops are nice and healthy, burning through all of the things. Managed to get the engine room to half health. Now our rifles are going to step up, and down goes the big dog. That's got to be a win. We're above 318. That's all you can ask for against a random base. Maybe you guys have different posts or lines or whatever you call it. If you guys have a different time you look for as far as what you need to get, please do let me know. But that 318 has been rock solid for me. So there we go, getting the victory. I think we've lost 3 times, maybe 4 times. We're up into the iron tier, and now I'm going to claim all of these chests, getting more rewards. Basically, by not touching our chests down here, we've managed to get a bunch more resources, a bunch more upgrade tokens, and that will go a long, long way. So maybe you can wait until gold. I think that waiting till iron for me was the right time, but I am not overly patient. So at this point, we can upgrade our barrage. That is going to be a complete game changer. We should beat every single person we face at this point, because all we need is 4 barrages, and it's simple. So now that we have the level 4 barrage, we just need to count the buildings. This person has more than 6 buildings, so we can just barrage the headquarters. Now, this part of the game isn't super exciting to me. Like, at this point, all I have to do is sit here and tap on the engine. Nothing else. We don't have to watch the gameplay. We don't have to see what's going on. We don't have to care if our troops are doing. We don't have medkits. We don't have flares. So all I'm going to do is sit here and tap on the engine. This is the part of the game that a lot of people complain about because it's just, there's not a lot of strategy involved. There's not a lot of skill involved, but there is strategy and skill involved in setting up your base. Obviously, we set up a better base than this person did, so we're going to win. And it's as simple as that. So, just like that Chinese character person, they decided to have a losing streak and come down, so they beat us. That was their strategy. I don't necessarily agree with that strategy, I don't like that strategy, but it works. Now this person has to walk all the way across our base because we have limited them. We've removed their ability to have that 4th barrage. We've set it up so they have to walk all the way across by our buildings. So please let me know if you like that strategy or you don't like that strategy. I know a lot of people have been complaining, saying the fact that people aren't placing their buildings is cheating or frustrating or whatever it might be. But the bottom line is that in warships, you don't have to place all your buildings, so you should carefully consider this. And 6 buildings seems to be the perfect number, and any more than that, and you're just giving away the win. So let's do one more attack just to show off how ridiculously strong this strategy is. More than 6 buildings, automatic win. We're going to drop like this. And I say automatic win, but then that person beat us in 348, so obviously not entirely the case. Barrage that back one, barrage that front one. Buildings being mowed down, should have the victory here in just a second. Hopefully, barraging. And the thing is, you don't need to watch the buildings explode. You can just sit there tapping. Get your thumb, get your finger in the right spot and tap-a-roo. And down goes Boom Shell as they have to frustratingly... See, this person is actually doing it the right way. They're trying to barrage that back building, trying to get their troops moving as fast as they possibly can. But the fact that we've removed that 4th barrage means that we should have the victory. So, place 6 buildings, limit your upgrades to specific... They're trying to do the late Zuko drop, but their Zukas are just so incredibly late. So good try, Boom Shell. And that's the thing. If they try to do that late Zuka drop to get their troops walking up the left-hand side, it takes so much skill, so much timing, and so if they beat you that way, so be it. Overall, I feel like this strategy is working. Let's have a look. We're at 80% win rate. We've won 13, lost 3. That first one, 100% my fault. I can't remember the second one, but the third one with that 348 was just a baller player. Let's get that last chest. Then we'll call it a day. We're at a 5-win streak. Should be close, should be able to get up to 10, 12 at this point. This person, again, if these buildings were at least at the very back, they would delay how fast we can barrage. That's the only strategy I've seen that is reasonable against barrage. If you want to have some buildings down, if you want to have more than 6 buildings, place them at the back of the base, and you're going to have a far better chance. As soon as I see someone has barraged one of my engine rooms, I know that we have the victory. So, Sauron, I'm sorry, we're going to destroy your tower. I think that's the right reference. If not, dumb on my part. And if you get a Lord of the Rings reference wrong, you're doomed. See this? Stuck. This person is realizing their mistake. They have used up all their GBE. They're going to be 1 GBE short of a barrage, and we have the win. That 318 just ticked by. This person is going to go hopefully change their base. It doesn't matter what level buildings you have. All they needed to do was have less than 6 buildings, and at least you're in the race. So that is what putting your buildings away does for you. You beat them by 28 full seconds. Boom. This strategy is working. I'm enjoying all of the wins. I still need to investigate at what point I need to get into the third engine room, get into the fourth engine room. Everything that I've been hearing, everything that I've been seeing, people say that the barrage and artillery probably want to go this top route with the med kit and the boom cannon. Going down through the rocket chopper is so tempting, but everything that I've been seeing says that going that top road is far, far better in the long term. I don't want to have a barrage and artillery race, so I'm going to try to get all the way to fourth engine room, maybe get seekers. We'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to be investigating that in the coming days, but for now, that's my 2 engine room strategy. I learned a couple things from people on Discord, so if you have anything to add, please join the Discord. If you need the Discord links, check the comments below. Otherwise, look at this. We have not upgraded our cannons. We have not upgraded our sniper towers. We have not upgraded mortars. We've not used the key to unlock that. We've got all sorts of keys left. We've got a bunch of tokens, and we are winning up a storm. So spending 1.3 million on that barrage is only gonna do so much early on. I'm 99% sure I'm not gonna be upgrading that barrage. I'm also probably not gonna be going for artillery, because I want to get into full-on gameplay where we're going to be using troops and flares and stuff like that, but maybe I am stuck in Dreamland. Maybe that's not possible. But anyways, that's it for me. This is fairly long in the tooth. This is a fairly long video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. If you have something to tell me about how I can make my base better, make my attack better, would love to hear it. Also, the tech tree, if you have suggestions on what I must unlock, what will be helpful going forward, please do let me know. Otherwise, that's it. I'm Zedmont. As always, thanks for coming in. Don't forget to click that like, share, subscribe, and more importantly, leave me a comment below. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace!